Hi there. Thanks for joining us to learn how to make the most of major giving days. In today's session, we're going to discuss how you can take advantage of key giving days during NewsMatch season, like Giving Tuesday and New Year's Eve. We'll talk through strategies that drive donations, timelines for promotion, and tips for maximizing engagement on these special days. All right, let's dive in. To get started, let's review what we consider to be the major giving days. For NewsMatch, the two major giving days that apply to all organizations are Giving Tuesday and New Year's Eve. Giving Tuesday falls on the Tuesday after Thanksgiving. This year it's on December 2nd, 2025. It's a major giving day because it builds on the momentum of Black Friday and Cyber Monday, but serves as a counterbalance to that consumerism. New Year's Eve is another key moment. While it's often tied to the last chance for tax-deductible donations, it's also driven by the natural urgency of campaigns wrapping up and the spirit of holiday generosity. In addition to these two giving days, there are also community-based giving days, like Southern New Mexico Giving Day, and giving days that are unique and important to your organization, such as an organization birthday or anniversary. Giving days are important for a number of reasons. I've highlighted some key reasons on this slide, and we'll dive into more specifics on the next slide. But overall, giving days are powerful because your audience is already primed to give. And things like built-in urgency and matching funds can make your asks feel extra compelling. One of the benefits of giving days are that they give you a reason to ask for donations. This can help you maintain urgency with your audiences throughout a long end-of-year campaign. You can use a day's specific branding or theme to focus your ask, like San Antonio Report did here, by setting a Giving Tuesday specific goal tied to their overall end-of-year campaign goal. Another factor that makes Giving Day so effective is familiarity. Your audience may already understand what major giving days are and just how impactful they can be. So when the day arrives, they show up ready to give, excited about your participation, and really just motivated overall. Take this example from Bridge, Michigan. Here, the newsroom invites its audience to celebrate Giving Tuesday alongside them, tapping into that shared sense of purpose and momentum that makes Giving Day so powerful. To optimize for major giving days, start by answering these 4 questions. Which days will you take part in? How do those days fit into your overall campaign? What are your internal goals for these days, and how will you communicate those goals with your audiences? And last but certainly not least, how will you stand out on those days? Unlike other days, you're going to have competition, so you're really going to want to hone in why donors should give to you. Once you've answered these key questions, you can begin crafting your appeals across platforms. One question we often get is how many asks is too many in one day? The short answer, more asks usually mean more gifts. It often takes multiple touch points before someone decides to give. If you're concerned about overwhelming your audience, don't worry. We've created a sample timeline to show how strategic, well-timed messages can keep your audience and supporters engaged. All right, so this sample timeline shows how to engage your audience before, during, and after a major giving day. In this case, Giving Tuesday. So it starts with early awareness, continues with tailored appeals throughout the day, and ends with a results-focused follow-up. By priming your audience in advance and closing the loop afterward, supporters are more receptive to multiple touch points. It's all about showing the purpose behind your participation and how supporters, gifts, and donations move you forward towards your campaign goal overall. All right, now that we've covered why giving days matter and how to plan for them, let's wrap up by looking at a few real-world examples. So this one I really love. It comes from the Marshall Project's campaign last year. They kicked things off with an email the day before Giving Tuesday, letting readers know they'd be fundraising heavily for 24 hours and offering an opt-out for Giving Tuesday messages if someone donated early. Then on the day itself, they sent two distinct emails. One was a traditional written appeal, and the other one was more visual. It was a short and sweet message, and it really just helped to mix things up. Here's another great example. This one from Berkeley's side on New Year's Eve. Their first appeal of the day was short and direct, highlighting the key points that readers really needed to know. The first, that there were just a few hours left to give in 2024. The second, donations would be doubled. And the third, gifts were tax deductible. Then later in the day, they followed up with a faked forward that was the same email with just this personal note that made it feel more urgent and one-to-one. All right, that's it for now. We hope you're leaving with practical strategies and fresh ideas heading into your next Giving Day. Remember, thoughtful planning, consistent messaging, and donor-centered storytelling can go a long way in driving results. And if you have any questions or want to keep the conversation going, we're always here to help. Just email hello@newsmatch.org. Thank you.